we're joined by the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs head coach, Scott Parafasini. Good seeing you again, Coach Parafasini. I appreciate I know I've recognized you from years past. You've got some players here. Introduce the players to us by number and name.
Yes, sir. So here we have number 6, Liam Fernandez. He's going to play quarterback this year for us. Number 7, we got Victor Monarchy, receiver. Number 11, Richard DePaula, middle linebacker. And number 52, Juan Tinoco, he's going to play nose.
All right.
That's awesome.
So last year coming, the great thing about football, I'm not going to talk about last year's season because it really doesn't have anything to do with this season coming up. You got a great schedule coming up, and you're going to kick off the game. You're going to with Lemon Bay, according to the gospel, according to Max Preps.
Right.
That's what it says here. So, which game on your roster is the most important game?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important game is the one you're getting ready to play. I'm not a person that looks out into the future like Friday night. It's a preseason game, but we still have to go play DeSoto. We got to put a product on the field, and we want that product to be something that we're proud of. So to answer to me, the most important game is the next one.
We agree. Troy, you got a question?
Well, Coach, coming into this season, what has been the biggest point of preparation for you all? Are you trying to be more explosive on offense? Or are you trying to be more aggressive on defense? How do you see what you need to work on?
Yeah, so I think it was no secret that last year we had our struggles on offense, in some games. So we've revamped what we do on offense. We got a new scheme. I think our buy-in from our offensive position groups is high, much higher than it was last year at this point in the season. I think our buy-in as a team overall is much higher than what it was last year. So we're going to be young, which is no excuse. We still got to go do what people expect senior-laden teams to do. But it's an exciting time for us to see this young group of buy-in and the leaders that we have that have kind of shown up, some young, some seniors that will start for us. But they've done a good job. Last year we graduated 26 seniors. So this younger group plus our seniors that we have a smaller class this year, but they've done a good job of immediately stepping in to fill voids in terms of leadership versus what we had last year.
This 6A District 11 is going to be pretty tough this year. It's
It
loaded.
will be. Yeah.
You guys are ready for that challenge? Have you kind of circled some games and said, hey, this could be the turning point for our season?
Yeah, you want to win those district games, right? Everybody asks what's the most important game. Obviously, those district games, they have a little bit more meaning than your general regular season game. I think we'll have a fun district, some local teams, Palmetto and Parrish. And then we also have Gateway and Leonard. Gateway is kind of a ride down there to Fort Myers, but Leonard's pretty close. And I got a personal relationship with Coach KB at Leonard. So I think, we got a fun district that should turn out to be an exciting district to watch.
Now, the field at Lakewood Ranch. So for our viewers out there that don't, what kind of surface do you have there?
So we got a beautiful new turf field. It was supposed to be done August 1st, but it got done very early in the summer. It was right at the end of May, early June, that they got it done. Thankfully, we didn't have much rain during that period, so they were able to kind of just keep plugging through and work through. But we got a new beautiful turf field.
So there's probably that Rhino Blend 64, whatever it is, but it doesn't have the little black pellets in it, correct?
Correct.
And that is a surface Manatee High and Palmetto High School have. It is an excellent track.
Yes.
So, and great news for your receivers, your cornerbacks, especially during, August and September. You know how it is when
Absolutely.
You're playing on the natural field. So that'll be a tremendous advantage for your skill guys.
Right.
And
it's funny because we practiced in our backfield, and like I say, it didn't rain much in the spring, so by the time we got done with those 3 weeks of practice, we were pretty much practicing on dirt, probably like everybody else was. And our running back looked at me yesterday and said, Coach, I think this is the best field I've ever cut on. And I said, well, it's a brand new playing surface, so they've already are reaping the benefits of what we were blessed with.
Yeah, I can remember in this Manatee County on the natural, and I'm a grass, love grass, and when the colleges can maintain it, but I can remember kicks that, punts that just stop.
Right.
I mean, no roll, absolutely. Just it's like they're throwing a shot put in there with a football here in Manatee County. For those of y'all watching, the field conditions are quagmires, and often are so terrible in the past that it would affect the outcome of the game. You know,
Right.
the center couldn't get a hold of the ball, and it's going back to so. But another beautiful facility there. Tell me what you got as far as players, some of the ones for us to watch this year.
Yeah, obviously these guys that I brought here with me today are going to be some of our impact players. I think we have a very talented running back in C.J. McCray. I'm really excited for him this year and to be able to watch him do, what he's worked really hard this offseason in the weight room and in terms of being a leader. So really excited for him. Aiden Ferrante is a guy that has worked really hard. That will kind of be a jack of all trades there on defense. Some linebackers, some D line. He may even take some reps at tackling nose. He's just a strong, hardworking kid. And then I'm excited for our receiving core. Vic here is going to be our outside right guy. They've been disciplined all summer. They've worked hard. And then in terms of our secondary, we're going to be really, really young. We're not going to start a senior in our secondary. There's going to be a couple sophomores that start in our secondary. So I'm excited to watch these guys and see how they progress. And being young is not an excuse, but surely they're going to take some of those lumps and bruises until they adjust to the difference of game speed and that sort of stuff. But from a talent and athletic standpoint, I'm excited to watch our young core of our secondary kind of grow and mold into being some bona fide starters.
How has the community support been last year, for example?
Yeah, I think Lakewood Ranch is a unique place in terms of community. It's kind of a new community that's kind of popped up and developed and developing continues out in Lakewood Ranch, and we're a true community school. We're closed to school choice. We're closed to hardships. If you don't live in our district, you don't play football at Lakewood Ranch. So I think for us, the community support is high because we are in the community. We're a face of the community, and our guys go, they're going to the restaurants and those stuff because they live in that area, which isn't the case in some places.
That's what I found in my first time going to Lakewood Ranch. I didn't know and got out there. We were doing a broadcast years ago, and first of all, the band was ridiculously good.
Right.
The fan base was overwhelming. And it was shocking to me, the support for a relatively, new program. I see a lot of the traditional programs don't even have anything close that you guys do have there. So good for you. Kudos to the community there for supporting the team. I mean, it's a really fun place to watch a football game.
Right.
Yeah. So you got a great, and it helps.
It does.
And your fans know how to hyper first down and do those kind of things. They are active participants in the game.
Right.
So, we got a quarterback here. I know you guys have graduated, like Coach said, graduated 26 seniors. That's a big void in leadership. What's your leadership style, and what do you see for the season this year?
Well, for the future, I trust all my guys on the team. Everybody is hardworking, and I know that I can really lead the group of guys I have in front of me. But yeah, I got 2 years left going in, and I just know that I'm gonna do my best to stay focused and keep my team hype. If that makes sense.
Good. Excellent.
What's your favorite route? We threw this out on the last QB. What's your favorite route to throw?
I'd say if I see one-on-one on the outside, I'm throwing that go.
Okay.
It's going right there. I love the go route. So that's definitely one of those.
Okay,
Push
so
the pressure on him, man. He's got to catch that thing. Huh?
Yeah.
okay, so they lock that down, and you got somebody that you want to throw to, in an intermediate game.
Intermediate.
Yeah.
I like digs across the middle.
Yeah.
If I can always fit that window,
Yeah.
those always look pretty.
Who catches it every time? Who can you trust? Because that's a ball that you throw. Let's say on a 3rd and 8, squares up at 7 yards. And if it comes out a little hot, a little high, who can you trust that's going to make that catch?
I like Trent Huffman catching that ball.
All right.
Trent Huffman, Tommy Baldre. Both those guys can go up there, reach that ball, and use their speed to get it across the middle.
All right. And I'm sure as a quarterback, probably the first group of guys that you want to give props to is your offensive line.
That is true. That is true.
And even if they're not really that good, you probably still want to give props to that offensive line. So who are the performers out there on the O line?
Well, Wyatt Gadigan, he's a senior this year. He's been excellent. I mean, I played with him last year when I transferred in, and he's been really like that, if I were to say. Another one is Jake Fishman. He knows what he's doing out there. He's looking really good. I have a lot of confidence in him. Our center as well. I mean, he may not be the biggest size, but he is like a really good offensive lineman. He knows how to do his kick steps. He knows how to fill up the holes in the blocking scheme and whatnot. And he seems like he's a really good fit for our offense.
Very, very well done. You know, later in the future,
Excellent.
if you get to college, you get some NIL money and you can actually take care of those guys at some point or, later in the future.
Definitely.
But always wise to
Yeah.
talk about those O-linemen.
I will tell you though, we had I threw a pool party with my O lineman a couple weeks ago
Yeah, there you go.
because I told him, I said we shrugged off a little bit a bad week the week before, and the week going into, I told him like, look, let's set a goal. If we execute, do our jobs and everything this entire week, then we'll work to go get have a pool party, throw it at my house or whatnot, and just kind of have fun. So set a goal for those guys. So them boys, they worked for it, so they deserved it.
Excellent.
Pass the mic number 7 there. And for the people just tuning in, what's your name?
My name is Victor Monarchy.
Victor Monarchy, tell me a little bit about your game. You're obviously pretty long speed game, vertical passing maybe.
Yeah. So I play outside right. So a lot of routes I run are mainly deeper routes like a go, a post, sometimes dropouts or comebacks. So those are mainly routes I run.
How important are like yards after contact, or let's say yards after catch? Either one of those. What do you think?
For me, it's very important. That kind of what separates good receivers from great receivers. And if I can get yards after contact, I can definitely help my team progress down the field and score more touchdowns and do better every game.
Would you rather have a 200-yard receiving game or a catch for a big first down? A 200-yard receiving game where the team loses the game, or you want that big catch for a critical third down conversion? Which one's more important to you?
Critical third down conversion, that helps us win, because I want to win as many games as I can this year.
Well, Coach is happy to hear that. All right, let's pass the microphone down here and let's talk to number 11. Introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Richard DePaula.
All right.
Inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker. You like to drop and cover? You want to hit somebody?
I want to hit somebody.
I thought so. I thought so. What's your favorite scheme? I'm sure it's a blitz, right?
Yeah, I love blitzing. Just love being in the backfield for real. Yeah.
Excellent.
What kind of offense do you prefer to face? You like to face like somebody that's spread out, with a lot of gaps between the offensive linemen, or do you like the tight formations, or do you care?
I like them being more spread out, so I have more room to fill my gap and just blitz better. Yeah.
Okay. Troy?
Hey, I see you say you like to be physical. You're going to have plenty of opportunities on this schedule.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty aggressive schedule. How do you feel about this season?
I feel great about the season. I feel like all the guys are just really bought in this year, and everyone's really working hard in practice, in the weight room, and just showing up every day. Practice, everyone's been, like the offense and the defense, they've been some days heated in practice, which is good for the team.
Okay.
And I just feel like we're going to have a great year this season.
So you guys are tired of hitting each other. You're ready to get started now, huh?
We're ready to hit other teams.
All right. Excellent. Excellent.
All right. Is this Juan at 52?
Juan.
I'm Juan Tanoka. I play nose and D tackle at Lakewood Ranch.
All right. So you're playing nose and you're playing tackle. So you're going to see some real big dudes out there. So obviously you're aggressive and you got a lot of speed, right?
Yes, sir.
So from that nose tackle position, do you like it to line up on the center's hand where he's snapping the ball?
I usually like it to line up on the shoulder of the offensive lineman.
Right.
That way, if they're able to double team me, I can split it down the middle.
Right. And that's the kind of guys that you hate to block. You know, you hate to block a guy like that guy, you know,
Yeah.
because low leverage and quickness and those kind
Probably
of
real
things.
strong.
Strong.
Who's your favorite defensive lineman? Who do you model your game after?
I'd say mostly Aaron Donald. Obviously,
Okay. Okay.
if I could ever get to his side, you know. But I always liked his aggressiveness and all that, just pursuing straight after the ball every play.
Excellent.
I always loved it.
The great thing about high school football, you know, the thing everybody's so concerned with size and all this stuff, you know, and a lot of guys look like Tarzan, they play like Jane. You know, I'll take the guys that look like Jane that can play like Tarzan any day of the week, you know?
Yes, sir.
So it's really about, it's not the fight and, you know, it's not about the dog in the fight, it's the fight and the dog, man. So, you know, and high school football gives you that. It gives you that, you know, and that's what makes it so fun to watch here, especially on Florida's Suncoast, Troy, you know?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Definitely. You guys have a great opportunity, and we wish you a lot of luck on the season.
Thank you.
All right, so Lakewood Ranch, great place to come, and we encourage fans to come out there. And we're going to wrap this up, Coach. We appreciate bringing the players in here. They did such a good job, and we'll see you next media days. But good fortunes in your upcoming season. Good luck. All right.